Welcome back to MalonePioneers.com. I'm Clint Scroggs from the Malone Sports Network, and we're talking today with the head coach of the Malone men's basketball team. His name is Tim Walker. And Coach, thanks for being with us. And as the season gets underway, tell us about the season and your prospects for this year.
Well, we're going to be a different ball club, that's for sure. We lost 5 of our top 7 from last year, and so we'll look a little different this year and got some good new faces and some other guys I think that are ready to step up to the challenge. So we're excited about it, excited about the potential.
Last year, in many ways a success, I would think, an above 500 record. You go to the GLIAC semifinals. Talk about your opinion of that season and then how that moves you forward.
Well, I think it was a good first step. Certainly we're not satisfied. We have higher aspirations in the future, but I think it was a really good first step for our guys in the first year of eligibility to get there, and I think it kind of sets the table for this returning group, especially to know what the standard is and to try to push forward to keep making progress towards the NCAA tournament.
You talked about new players. You talked about players coming back from last year. As you go into this season schedule, which is always a tough one, where do you find your leadership? Where do you find the people that are going to move into these new roles?
Well, we're definitely going to have to rely on that junior class, and there's 5 young men in that class that have all played in GLIAC games, and a lot of them last year. They played different roles, maybe more of a backup role for a lot of them, but Christian Graves certainly will lead the way in that group in terms of being our top returning scorer and a player that's very capable. And so we'll be looking to that group to provide a lot of leadership for us this year.
Talk about what goes into making the schedule. You only get about 4 or 5 non-conference games. Talk about your philosophy there.
Well, our goal is to get to the NCAA tournament ultimately, and the best way for us to do that right now is to try to win the GLIAC tournament. And so we have to get in the GLIAC tournament first, and that requires a tremendously difficult conference schedule. So we're trying to prepare to be the best that we can be against those teams, and we think we got to play good teams in the non-conference. And so Lewis, UIndy, West Lib, those are 3 of the top 25 teams in the country, and it'll be quite a challenge, but we're hoping that will better prepare us for the GLIAC challenge.
Talk about some of the new players you have coming in this season, the ones that are going to fill some roles for you.
Well, Ben Haraway will be a point guard for us, freshman point guard, and led his team to a state championship last year in Division II in Norwalk High School, and we think he'll see significant time at the point guard position. Very talented young man. Nate Shepard, a wing player from Dayton Jefferson, 6'5", that we think has a great potential as well. And then Mitch Spottelson, who's right here locally from Lake High School, had a great high school career here in the area, and we think Mitch will really contribute. So those guys, a couple transfers in there, Gus Simmers, Dimitri Gudovsky, a couple young men that we think can step in and play some significant minutes for us as well.
Good luck this year.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
That's Tim Walker. He's the head coach of the Malone men's basketball team. Thanks for joining us on MalonePioneers.com.